Hello. Welcome to episode 2 of Short, Fat, and Bald, a podcast by Armchair Quarterbacks for Armchair Quarterbacks. Once again, I am Travis, one of the 3 hosts who will be navigating you through sports debate for the next couple of hours. We also have Nico.
I still like that short.
And James.
Still bald.
Beautiful. Today we're going to give out our way too early NFL awards, who wins what. We're going to talk about the bombshell that is Michael Oher telling us that in the blind side of a lie. We're also going to sneak in some summer NHL talk as a garnish for the evening. All that and definitely a bunch more off-topic shit on today's episode of Short, Fat, and Balding.
It's involved. Just
it's not involved.
Yeah, thank you. Fix it in post, fatty.
Okay. So, as requested by the gentleman in the group chat, NFL Way Too Early Awards. We are going to list off the 7 major awards because the other ones don't fucking matter. And we're going to predict who we think is going to win them. Starting out, right out the gate, MVP.
Hold on. I know what's coming. Nico, please tell me my game guys is going to be MVP.
No, I'm never going to say he deserves an MVP award.
Never?
That's kind of rude.
What if he has like a really good season?
I mean, he has a really good
He's
season.
not going to say. Like, what if he does?
Throws for 5,000 yards, 54 tutties, and Nico's just like, nah, I'm not MVP.
He's just sitting there like, I never said Daniel Jones was going to win MVP. I'm sticking to it. He's like hard down the bat. He's like, I said that 7 years ago, and I stand by it.
I mean,
it's very much a quarterback driven.
Yeah, is it going to be Patrick Mahomes?
Is it going to be Mahomes? Is it going to be
Aaron
Burrow?
Rodgers?
Is it going to be Rodgers? Is it going to be Hurts?
Well, Burrow's out for the season.
Burrow's out.
Yeah.
You can't win the MVP if you're out for
half the season.
Yeah, at least.
okay, first of all, he's fine. Second of all,
Is he? Because missing 5 weeks isn't fine. And that's the consensus that he's going to miss 5 weeks.
he was just running on the
I understand. Okay, cool. Do you remember the season that Sidney Crosby got his concussion?
Yeah.
Okay, you do? So what happened there? Tell me.
He came back, didn't he? Or no, he missed a lot of the season.
He missed majority of the season. He kept trying to come back, but he couldn't come back. So he was out there. Oh, he's out there on the ice skating, doing great. And then he, no.
There's a huge difference between a concussion and a cage or crack.
His own team is saying don't put him in until week 5.
Okay, first of all, Jamar said, not the whole damn team. Jamar said in an interview he can come back when he's ready.
Yeah.
He's saying he would rather him sit out 2-3 weeks and be 100%, and then have him on the back half instead of coming back too early and getting pulled gun half.
So when the Bengals are 0-4 to start the season.
They were 4-4 to start the season last year. They rattled out 10 straight through the hardest stretch of their schedule.
Nothing.
Either way, Joe Burrow's off the season. So he can't win the MVP. Was that your pick for the MVP, Joe Burrow?
Yes.
I want to say Joe Burrow, but honestly, I think until Mahomes proves he's human, it's going to be Mahomes.
What's the track record on the league in voting the same MVP back to back? Is it common?
Rodgers just did it.
Rodgers just did it. I mean,
I don't think it's common.
How many times did Brady go back to back?
He didn't win as many MVPs as you think.
Right.
No.
You would think that it was basically just a rotation between Tom Brady and Peyton Manning through like the mid-2000s, but it wasn't.
It was not.
Yeah, there's a running back in there, wasn't there?
LT.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
Sean
Drew
Allen.
Brees won one.
Drew Brees won one. Did Sean Alexander win one?
Maybe that. Maybe that one random year where they were like good. The
Yeah.
Seahawks were good for the 1 year with Sean Alexander, and then that was it. And Russell Wilson came to town.
Yeah.
You know what it was?
As soon as
They was
Matt
putting the
was
lime green in the jerseys. That's when they changed.
You think? Yeah.
I mean,
honestly,
you're on the goal line and you pass the ball. That's just stupidity.
That's not even the same era we're talking about.
No, it is. But
No, it is.
I'm saying that like Sean Alexander was on the team for 12 seasons, and they were relevant once, and then they switched to lime green in the jerseys, and then they just
They were relevant under Ross for a bit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But that was a lime green in the jersey.
Yeah,
that was when they got Pete Carroll. But anyways, so you're gonna say
I say
if I had to put money on today, it's Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
I say it's going to be Hurts.
Does that hurt?
It does. It does. It hurts a lot. Pun intended.
Well, yeah,
but
Jalen Hurts.
I think so. Yeah.
I can see where you're coming from. He's got the best offensive line in football, and he's got a really dangerous receiving core. And we all know that it doesn't matter. You could put whoever's ever starting for the Cyclones, local high school football team, and running back, and he's going to get 1,200 yards for the Eagles.
Yeah.
I was giving perspective to people listening who the fuck the Cyclones were. That's why you were like, "What the fuck are you going on about?" So I'm just saying, you can take a high school running back, throw it in the backfield for the Eagles, and you'll get 1,200 yards and 15 touchdowns.
Right.
So that doesn't matter. But I can see where that's coming. I am going to go on a complete sleeper pick. And
I swear to Christ, if you say Aaron Rodgers right now.
No, I was going to say Justin Herbert.
No.
See, that's where I wanted to go.
Yeah.
I think Herbert shows out.
I think because did they just get Kellen Moore?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean,
You see what he did in Dallas for that offense.
Yeah. And if he can make Dak okay, imagine we can do the real quarterback.
Yeah.
I think Herbert shows out this year.
Yeah.
I think he goes 4,500 plus.
Yeah.
Easy.
So that's I wanted to go against the grain, but I didn't want to go too far. I was going to be like, Jameis Winston. That's ridiculous. Mayfield, Derek Carr. I'm not going to say it. But Justin Herbert, I could see
Brad Purdy.
On the opposite spectrum, I see Josh Allen taking a big step back this year.
I agree.
Yeah, he's honestly, I don't think he's all that great. I mean, he's a good quarterback. I'd say better than average.
I was going to say he's a quarterback that 28 out of 32 teams would want.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
those four are.
But here's the thing:
the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Bengals, and the Eagles.
Yes.
It's fair. The only thing with him is he fumbles a lot. When he runs with the ball, he's a fucking liability.
Yeah, but
at best.
That just requires him to be Michael Vick and to stay in the pocket.
It's trying to combine Michael Vick and Derrick Henry when it comes to Josh Allen in the ball.
Right.
Because he can get up and move. But
I think he needs to run
less.
Yeah, he needs to run as a last resort. He needs to use his running as escapability and not as a crutch.
Yeah. Absolutely.
He's quick, don't get me wrong. He's quick.
Yeah.
He's a quick guy, but he's got an arm. Utilize it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
dude is can.
Yeah.
It drives me nuts when he takes off the ball and I'm just sitting there going, hey, but is he going to fumble it?
Because speaking of cannons, and a completely unrelated note, can I just say that it still remains, I think it's been 2 years, but that video of Joe Burrow hitting that one pass, like 40 downfield and just turning around as he threw it, is the coolest video in NFL.
Oh, the playoffs, yeah.
Yeah, the warm-up.
The warm-up playoffs.
Chucked it and spun around. I was like, that's the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That was the definition of Joe Bengals promo video off of that.
That one.
Oh, no, trust me. They did. That was.
James was masturbated to at least 3 times. So.
At least.
3 today? No, I mean,
that was last season.
Credit where credit.
Was it last season?
It was last season. Yeah, it was the game in Buffalo where Buffalo apparently just forgot they were playing
football. Oh yeah, they got a butt fuck. I was trying to look for like a PG way to say it. I was like, no, we're explicit.
No, I remember sitting there watching that game and sat down with the old lady who was a diehard Bills fan, and I'm thinking, this should be a good game, you know.
On paper, it should have been a good game.
And then,
it should have been a really good Bills defense, stout Bills defense against a gifted Bengals offense, and then, quite frankly, not quite as good Bengals defense, but a good Bengals defense against a better than average offense. I mean, it should have been the final score of the game should have been something like 35-27. Not what the fuck it was.
Yeah. I mean, it was closer than actually the score at the end was a lot closer than that game actually was.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah. The score doesn't represent the beating that Buffalo took.
No, they were getting dominated.
I mean, when it's quiet in
Full stretches.
when it's quiet in Orchard Park in January, then that's tells you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, so you're riding the Joe
Mahomes.
Burrow train. Oh no,
No,
Mahomes.
he said Mahomes.
I said Mahomes.
Mahomes hurts Herbert.
I'm telling you right now,
I think it's gonna be Hurts, but I want it to be Herbert.
Right.
come voting day, I'm screaming Joe Burrow.
Just say come 4 times.
Come.
That was 3. On the guy.
Come. Anyways, fucking fixing post. Here's what's gonna happen.
I'm not going to.
Up until the very last second before they announce it, I will be saying Joe Burrow deserves it. The dude could go out, throw for fucking 20 yards and have 50 interceptions. I'm still screaming Joe Burrow for MVP. And I don't care. He's just fucking cool. Let him be MVP one. I just want him to be MVP one time. Because our
It's not
track
gonna
record
happen
with
as long as Mahomes is on the field.
But you said it's not going to happen as long as Mahomes is on the field. But didn't you just pick Jalen Hurts?
Jalen Hurts is in a unique scenario where he's not up against Pat Mahomes. He's in the NFC.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow has to beat. I mean, the Bengals do. The Bengals have beaten. I think they're what
3-1.
right?
3-1. No, they're
3-1
3-1 since
against
Burrow's
yeah.
taken over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, he does it, but I'm just saying he's still got to. He's got to be better than Mahomes in the AFC. There's no reason why the Chiefs and the Eagles can't go 13-3, 13-4.
Yeah.
You know, so then it's apples to apples. Okay, so final consensus. You're saying James is saying
Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes. Nico is saying Jalen Hurts. Travis is saying Justin Herbert. Nate, you better give me a kiss for that. Okay, next award is Coach of the Year.
Sean Payton.
Fuck you. God, I think that's the for
It's
unanimous
gotta
pick.
be unanimous.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going Sean Payton. There's
Sean
no
Payton
way
pulls
around
the
that.
Saints out of the grave with Derek Carr.
Yep.
The Saints.
The Broncos?
The
The Broncos, that's what I meant. He was always with the Saints. It was in my head. I was like, the Saints. But no, he's going to pull Russ out of the grave.
Yeah, they're going to be a problem.
I mean, I don't know if he's getting Russ all the way out of the grave because
Dude,
last year.
If he takes the Broncos to double-digit wins in the fucking AFC West, which is a gauntlet of a division, yeah. Like, your only relatively easy wins are the Raiders. Other than that, you're playing the Chargers twice and the Chiefs twice, dude. That's
Not easy. Do you need a hand?
no, I'll leave it like that. You know, I don't even actually want it because I don't want people to hear the fucking unraveling of. Yeah. Okay, well, that was a lot quicker segment than I thought it was going to be because there's no debate involved. We'll just said Sean Payton, go Broncos.
Sean Payton
Broncos
and Russ
country.
are- Sean Payton and Russ are going to be a problem.
Who the fuck is coaching the Saints? Who's got Derek Carr down there?
No idea on that front.
No, not a clue.
You might have to Google that.
Well, my fucking laptop is shitting its pants, so I'm choosing not to charge your phone.
Perfect. That's what I like to hear.
All right, hold on, I got it.
You should be able to like.
Yeah, I can go out of it.
Questions, can you read it?
Why wouldn't I be able to read it?
Yeah, out of the three of us here, that's real ballsy coming from you.
I am educated.
Like,
Dennis
read
Allen.
jargon?
Because I can read what?
Legal jargon?
Eagle jargon?
Legal
Oh, yeah.
jargon.
It's like eagle jargon. The fuck's eagle jargon?
Dennis Allen.
Oh, I know who the fuck that is.
He
Yeah.
was the head coach of the Raiders from 12 to 14.
Sleeper pick for Coach of the Year. My boy Dougie. down in
Dougie P.
Jacksonville. Dougie P. With Trevor.
Ooh. We had this debate last year,
Yeah.
and
Jacksonville got better.
Jacksonville did get better, and I knew it was going to be Dable. You didn't want to believe me.
No, I didn't. I thought it was Dougie P. I thought Dougie P was locked in last year, but then Dable pulled it out.
I told you.
So then redemption arc, Dougie P.
Jags have a good year.
It goes just like this: Peyton, Dougie P, Dable, 1, 2, 3.
Dougie P gets left in the back burner again, despite the fact that the Jags have been a dumpster fire of an organization for 25 fucking years. He's going to bring them to back-to-back postseasons.
25
No love.
years. The fucking, what was it, the 2015? We looked at this.
They came in the league in 96.
We looked at this this graphic
Yeah.
when it was, what was it, Tom Brady, Case Keenum.
Dude, we're not counting
Blake
Blake
Bortles.
Bortles here. 2018 when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, yeah, the championships were fucking Nick Foles. It was Blake Bortles. It was Tom Brady, and it was
Case Keenum.
Oh yeah, Case Keenum. Yeah, that. You ever seen that graphic?
No.
They're like, this was a real thing, and it's a picture of those four quarterbacks like walking to the Super Bowl area, and they're like, I will never forget that this was a real graphic that year.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Brady, Bortles, Keenum, and fucking
Nick Foles.
Nick Foles.
Blake Bortles was balling that year. I mean, don't get me wrong. They went into Buffalo, and they won in Buffalo.
Yeah.
But even then, it was a fluke of a year. It wasn't like they were consistently good. They just like...
I remember the hype train around Blake Bortles after that year.
Yeah, that was back when they were wearing the black and gold jerseys. It was
Yeah.
hot. But the teals are nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did the two-tone helmets and shit.
the fade.
The Jags have always had like kind of like dope. I'm a fan of teal. It's like a baby Eagles, you know. I wish the Eagles would go to their Kelly Greens constantly though. And
I love the Kelly Green.
yeah, it's pretty much universal. Everybody's like, those should be their jerseys all the time.
It's like I want the Giants to go back to their '80s jerseys, like the Mark Navarro jerseys, the like real royal blue with
Yeah.
the white, the red and white stripe.
Yeah.
I just want Cincy to wear their white helmets.
What kind of Tigers? What's the white one?
Just white tiger is what they call it. I don't.
I remember I had this whole thing with you that like traditionally speaking, white tigers are Siberian,
Yes.
and then Bengal tigers are in South Asia, and it didn't make any sense.
I don't care about the semantics of it. It was a beautiful
So they're
jersey.
called Bengals.
All right. So the Cincinnati Joe Burrows need to wear their white helmets all the time. Is that better, dude?
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Why don't they just join the college and call themselves the Bearcats? And you can be whatever you want. There is no such thing as a Bearcat.
It's true.
We would ever call you one. You fucking purple for all I care. What's another one? Weird color. Flamingo.
Purple and pink.
Purple and pink. Oh wow.
First of all, I'd be a big fan.
I'd be a real big fan.
Speaking of purple and pink,
That
total
gets-
segue. Did you see Florida International's Miami Vice jerseys?
No.
No.
Dude, the reveal alone was fucking out of this world. They have a Lamborghini driving down I-95 with Miami in the background. All the lights are Miami Vice, that purple pink hue.
That pink and blue.
Yeah. And it has the FIU logo on it. And then the dude, they stop the car. The dude gets out in his jersey. It is a jet black jersey with like holographic numbers and logos in that purple blue, like the Miami Vice colors. I was like, this little ass school, Florida International University, has the hottest jersey drop of all time. College football's wild, bro.
It is. But I still think Oregon has the
Well, they do. And because Florida International came out with jerseys like that, the guy who owns Nike's like, well, Oregon gets another free jersey because that's cool. And
Just
I want to make
one?
that. Yeah,
Just one.
Here's 14 other colors.
they're gonna wear a different jersey every game this season.
Yeah.
They're like, you know,
We're in the Big Ten. Well, next year.
Next year, yeah.
that'll be.
They're in with the boys. Big Ten's getting 4 Pac-12 schools. Oregon, Washington, USC, and UCLA.
And the best they'll be fighting for is third place in the Big Ten.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a Michigan Ohio State league with like Penn State around there sometime and Wisconsin around there sometime.
Yeah, Wisconsin
They
hasn't done
rotate.
anything since Taylor left.
They like no Wisconsin. Jonathan Taylor. Wisconsin and Penn State have been like battling back and forth for like relevancy for a little bit, and then Michigan State shows up every like 5th year with brother.
Yeah, I remember they showed up. They won the Big Ten against Ohio State, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, where the fuck did these clowns come from?
Yeah, it's Sparty. Go back to basketball.
Yeah.
Where's Tom Izzo? Okay, so I'm going to rescind my Sean Payton and go with Dougie P just for the sake of debate.
Okay.
And then you guys can lock Sean.
I'm so locking it.
You know what? Just for the sake of not
Lovey Smith can't win.
why.
No, he could actually. He's in. Where is he? Chicago? No.
I was gonna say, wasn't
Where
he
the
the
fuck
Bears
is-
though?
Yeah, he was, but
And then he went to the
He was with the
Browns.
Bears for like half a year, wasn't he?
no.
he,
No,
was, he
well-
was there for a few.
I don't fucking. It's not Lovey Smith. But anyway, what's your fucking stupid comment you're gonna say?
Give me Sean McDermott.
The Bills?
Yeah,
The Bills?
for Coach of the Year. Why not?
Usually, the coach of the year is like a turnaround team.
Right.
Hence Brian Dable and why we said Sean Payton. The only reason I said Dougie P is because he had done with the Jags what people haven't done, so he kind of deserves some love from last year. The only reason he didn't win last year is because Brian Dable pulled a miracle out of his ass in New York.
Let me take Sean McVay.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can all you want, but they were not supposed to be that good.
No, they
Let me
weren't.
take Sean McVay turning the Rams back around after.
No.
Sean McVay doesn't even want to turn the Rams around.
No,
He wants out.
You're gonna see a big regression out of the Rams this year.
Yeah, they're gonna be 4-17.
Oh, their big regression. Last year was the
For
regression.
7 games.
In my head, I was like 4-17. That's the schedule, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
5-12 at best for the Rams.
Yeah, they're in the NFC West, so they got to play Seattle, which is Geno's coming around. 49ers is a double loss,
Double loss every time.
and then the Cardinals are a fucking dumpster fire. So maybe 6 wins. Maybe they'll go 6-11. Because the Cardinals are bad.
Nah, I think he turns it around this year.
Is that your serious? You're serious? I'm gonna do a graphic, so you're really gonna pick. Because I'm
Well,
gonna
I was
post
just-
on social media that you're picking Sean McDermott
Just
or Sean McVay.
let
Sean
me
McVay.
just stick with fucking Sean Payton.
Okay,
It's gonna be
3
a
Seans.
It's
One of the
gonna
Seans.
be, it's gonna be a Sean.
Take a Sean.
I'm gonna make the graphic for you, just Sean.
Which one?
Only I'm gonna put like
Yeah.
SEAN, SHAUN, SHAWN question mark. Like
Sean.
perfect. Which one? You tell me. All right. So Dougie P for real. Fucking
Sean Payton.
Sean
for
Payton
real.
for real. You're over there just in the clouds.
A
Just-
Sean.
Hey, Sean. Sean.
A Sean. A Sean T.
Sean T. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean Robinson.
Coach of the Year.
Okay. So next will be Offensive Player of the Year. This opens up the gates a little bit because
You have to keep in mind too, if somebody gets MVP,
they're not gonna get.
they're not going to get
They can't
Offensive
get
Player
both.
of the Year too. Yeah. They usually give it to the runner-up essentially. Although I'm not taking a QB.
No, I think the last
No,
few
he's
years.
gonna take Jamar Chase.
What's fair?
But
I'm gonna take Derrick Henry.
I'm taking T. Higgins.
T. Higgins. Okay.
I think with the way Jamar gets double teamed and they plan for Jamar, it's going to be T's year. Not to
Justin.
mention he's in a contract.
I'm going Jettas. Justin Jefferson,
Really?
offensive player.
Wow,
of the year.
that wasn't
I think
safe
he won it
at
last
all.
year. Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
He won something last year. He was on the list when I was reading through it. Yeah, Justin. So Nico picks Justin Jefferson out of left field.
Didn't see that coming at all.
You picked the Bengal. Didn't see that coming.
I mean, I didn't. I picked Derrick Henry. That's not a hard pick.
Well, last year he wasn't all that great.
wasn't he hurt half the year?
Right.
Oh, yeah,
He
he
was
felt
great.
a lot of
He
it.
was out, and when he was out, the Titans were not great. That's what happened.
That's fair, yeah.
Because whatever fucking what's his name? What the fuck is it? Pennington? What the fuck is it?
Tannehill?
Yeah, Tannehill. I was thinking- I knew it wasn't. I knew it wasn't. But here's the problem:
He
is that
also, I'm
it's,
pretty sure, only played for the Jets.
here's the other problem: is that it's Tannehill, and I also wanted to say Chad Henne, which is not correct at all.
Chad Henne's
Henne's in Kansas City.
Yeah, I know he is. Which is why I was like, just stop talking. I just kept my mouth kept trying. So Ryan Tannehill, poopy poop, without the big fucking bus in the background.
Can I tell you something? Tannehill, poopy poop, with him in the backfield.
No.
It's night and day. He's like 67% completion percentage with Derrick Henry. He's like 3-1 touchdowns, and without him, he's like.
Tannehill will not be the starter by midseason.
Wrong.
Who's the backup?
Malik Willis.
No.
You think Malik Willis is
I
going to
think
start?
Will Levis is going to start.
Will Levis.
Yeah.
the third string.
No, they've given up on the league.
Will-
The league is no longer.
Will Levis Jr. the third is who you
Esquire.
Yes.
is who you.
I think by midseason he'll be starting quarterback.
That's a flaming hot take.
It is.
That is-
You want hot takes?
I'm
and
not
me
saying
not
it's
apologizing
good.
for it.
I'm just saying it's flaming hot.
That is.
Yes. No, it
You
is a
got Chester
flaming hot
Cheeto
take.
in the background going, it's spicy.
And, hey, I'm here for hot takes, and I'm not going to fucking apologize for any of them either. I do not care.
You sound exactly like Flamin' Hot Cheetos now. Because they did not apologize for the fucking Mountain Dew.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, they made Mountain Dew?
Yeah, they made a Flamin' Hot Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew should have apologized for even trying. But
No, Mountain Dew should apologize for Baja Blast hot dogs, but that's a conversation for a different time.
What?
we're not. No,
No,
we're
we're
not
not.
wrapping.
Just yeah.
Okay,
we're gonna
thank
we're just gonna
we're
leave
gonna
that.
take that and we're gonna put it right over in the trash where it should be.
And you know what? We'll talk about it after the show.
Okay.
You gonna throw that in so that way we can
Yeah,
continue
so we
on?
can.
Yeah, keep talking.
Well, we need you.
I was trying to
started
do
the
it in
debate.
silence, so you guys were talking.
Okay, so you have T. Higgins.
Yes.
You have Justin Jefferson. I have Derrick Henry. Okay. Defensive player of the year. I'm going to start out. I'm going to say Hassan Reddick.
TJ Watt.
TJ Watt's such a good pick for this.
Huh?
So,
I don't care if it's.
I know. It's just fucking. I get it.
You
Trust
want
me.
predictions.
I know. Trust me. I get it. And I was rolling my eyes in anger because it's probably correct. I'm just saying. I think. I mean, given Hassan Reddick's coming out party last year, he's only going to go up. Like he's fucking.
Yeah, between
And now
What is it?
Jordan Davis is going to be.
Jordan Davis and Brandon Graham. And
Yeah, and Jordan Davis is going to be the primary snap taker because Fletcher Cox is getting old and he has a season under his belt.
Right.
And so, then you got Josh Sweat on the other side, dude. It's Hassan's year.
Same division, different team. Miles Garrett.
up the Browns.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, he's always been up there in terms of sacks and.
Yeah, but one of the
Pressure
things that's
rate,
like
win
kind of universal is your team's usually got to be relevant. Like Miles Garrett's probably going to have a great year, but the Browns are still going to up 35 a game.
Well, yeah, the Browns are still the Browns.
Right.
On paper, they could have the greatest team in the world. Come Sunday, trash.
Yeah.
But no, I think Miles Garrett gets it this year. I think he has a year that sets him apart from everybody else, regardless of the fact that he's being held down by his team.
What do you say, 26?
No,
I think.
nobody's hit that number.
I think
No, I think somebody has.
TJ Watt has.
20 sacks this season, I'm pretty sure somebody.
TJ Watt's tied for the most of all time. With Strahan, I believe, right?
Strahan,
At
yeah.
21.
I think it's 21.
21 and a half.
Yeah, I think it's 21.
I say 18.
18.
I say they start counting it down.
Yeah. I was going to say, I think Hassan Reddick's going to have 17. But I also think he's going to have a couple picks because he's nasty in the flat.
I also think
Yeah.
Garrett gets 3 opening weekend.
3.
Opening weekend.
3 to kick off the year, dude?
Who did they play opening weekend?
Cincinnati.
He's going to play 17 games.
Yeah.
He's
Most sacked quarterback in the NFL? Yes,
that's a
absolutely.
dog shit offensive line. If they had.
No, not now. It's not.
Well,
Yes,
if
it
they,
is.
if they had a
They
semblance.
rebuilt it.
If they had a semblance of an offensive line last postseason, that was their Super Bowl to lose.
So we lost.
Honestly, I wish it was.
We lost 3 offensive linemen
I think the Eagles matched up better.
after week 17.
Yeah.
I was praying.
We lost 3 offensive linemen going into the playoffs.
I know.
It was a fucking Christmas miracle. We did what we did to Buffalo.
Right. You know what's a Christmas miracle is Jason Kelsey still playing football. But
No, well, Jason Kelsey's a Christmas miracle. I fucking love that.
have you heard the Christmas album?
They have a Christmas album?
The Eagles offensive line is a Christmas album.
Oh, Jordan Mailata is.
Yeah. Dude,
Gross.
he hit the high note.
He's
on White
gross.
Christmas. He's
He
like,
was on that-
I'm dreaming. Knows it. Like they had like a little like documentary, and when he hits that note, they're like in booths, and Jason Kelsey's like, he just crushed it. I was like,
Wasn't he on I know he was on
The Masked Singer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was thinking the other one.
The
maybe
Voice?
that was. No, it was like
The Masked Singer's the
America's
Masked.
Got Talent or something.
Oh,
some
no,
shit like that.
I'm pretty sure he was like a guest on the Masked Singer. He didn't like actually compete, but they couldn't tell it was him, and he did something because that was like
Yeah.
it was something like
I
that.
remember seeing him on
Yeah.
something like that.
No, he can belt it.
He's solid.
Yeah, and he's He's also solid. Just
I might have to check this out.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's really good. Fucking Jason Kelsey hits the bass notes. It's beautiful. It's a whole thing. They did it for charity. They sold vinyls and everything. Okay.
I'm surprised you don't have one.
So am I. I think at the time I was like focused on actually getting Christmas presents and not myself. In case you didn't know, I do vinyl now.
Surprise.
What does that
I
say?
fucking love vinyl.
Yeah.
Just you seem like the type of guy that would have way too many vinyls.
The only reason I have vinyls is because my wife has a record player. I never had one before.
Oh really?
I love vinyl.
And then I went to the Logic concert and there was vinyls for sale. And I was like, I love this.
Take it. Totally off topic.
Yeah.
Take a trip to Syracuse.
Yeah.
The Soundgarden.
Yeah.
Go
Cody
grab lunch at Possibilities.
Cody's an audiophile. He already brought me.
Just go.
Just so you know, I'm going to pay $117 for a 1 of 100 T-Pain Epiphany vinyl that's in sky blue.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
He
You know I'm
He
a
doesn't
slut
care.
for T-Pain.
I know you're a spot for T-Pain.
Yeah. Like, if T-Pain ever hears something that I'm doing, I want to be a part of it. The answer is yes, always.
That's fair.
Okay.
where are we now?
On a boat apparently, but carry on.
So that was
Defensive.
defensive. Just for a recap, Hassan Reddick, TJ Watt, Myles Garrett.
Yeah.
Okay. Next is Offensive Rookie of the Year.
I didn't really pay much attention in the draft, honestly.
Right. I was going to do research on it, and I was like, no, we said armchair. We said armchair.
Yeah. This is very armchair.
You know what I'll say? Give me CJ Stroud. I mean, really,
I'm
it's
going
not.
to go see CJ Stroud.
No.
All right.
Yeah, we're going to the Texans Browns game on Christmas Eve.
Who do you own's a Browns fan?
Nobody. We're in Houston. It's where Chelsea's brother lives.
Oh, so you're just
We're just going for the hell of it. Yeah, I'll get to see Herbert. Going to see Chargers Vikings in Minneapolis. Taking Dad 65th birthday.
If you can get a Herbie signature for me,
I can't. I'm in the section like 308.
get the
I'll be happy that I see Herbert. I'll just-
Oh, this is a tough one.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, that's why I went Stroud. I know Stroud's good. I don't know if it'll correlate with the Texans, but
Give me Anthony Richardson.
I don't have a pick. I don't know if anybody.
I was thinking it was either gonna be Stroud or Hendon Hooker if he gets a shot. But I don't think he's gonna get a
I
shot
don't
this year.
think so either. I
Who was
think
the first
Richardson wins
Bryce Young.
where's he?
Carolina.
Yeah, him.
They traded away everybody.
Yeah. Did the AFC South sucks?
Fair.
It's gonna be.
That's fine. I'm not going to debate any of you. That's why I was like, who was the first overall pick? And you said a name, and I was like, him.
Yeah, him. That works.
Bryce.
Good choice.
It's crazy. It's like a guy who like worked for the city. It's
Yeah,
Bryce.
those Bama quarterbacks really work out.
Yeah, they do.
Just ask Tua.
Tua's issue is his damn head. It's not. He's got the skills. I was gonna say Jalen went to Alabama. He's known for Oklahoma. But
He's Oklahoma.
yeah.
Lefty quarterbacks don't have a good track record in the NFL.
No, they don't. They either get concussions or they beat dogs.
Yeah, or they're just fat.
Oh, the hefty lefty from the Giants.
Jared
Yes.
Lorenzen.
Didn't he die?
Yeah, he did.
Whoa! Timeout. Timeout.
He knew that.
He knew that, but he didn't know Steve McNair. Jesus.
The hefty lefty.
No, and it's actually funny because the only reason I know he was dead was because I was looking up something for what's that USFL,
Mm-hmm.
and it like was naming all the guys that played or whatever. Like, somehow I got the Canadian Football League, and then it brought him up, and I was like, oh, I remember him. clicked on it and I seen that he died, and I was like, oh, probably weight related, but yeah.
Going down with us.
Damn
Turn
right.
that off for a second.
Oh.
Nice of him to wait until we were almost done.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're in the last fucking thing.
Yeah. Just it's
What a
time, buddy.
fucking piece of shit.
Honestly,
Should we get a little urinal in here for his little fucking tiny bladder? I guess that's what happens when you're 4'11".
yeah.
You have a little kid bladder.
Fucking eat a steak, you fucking loser.
Yeah.
Skinny fuck. Pinky neck have.
What?
Thanks, like post. It's fine.
I don't know what you just said, to be honest.
I said you had a pinky dick.
Oh, okay. I mean, I don't have to fix that. That's fine. That's nothing too rash. I didn't realize that I was sharing my screen in Discord because I had been editing a bunch of documents for school, and my team was like watching me do it, so they knew what they had to do. And I finished it, and we got off on a tangent. I forgot I was still sharing my screen, and I was editing the podcast. And fucking Domingo Hermanche popped up. And they were like, he said what? I was like, it's not going to be in it. It's not going to be in it. They're like, you should leave that. And I was like, no, I should not. I should not leave that in there. And I want to let you know that you said that, and that blasted us off the rails for like 20 fucking minutes. Like it took a lot to bring. I said, all right, and like 4 times. We just couldn't pull it back.
I would truly like to not apologize for that.
It's okay. Nobody knows what we're talking about
Yeah, it's fine.
because it was edited out.
Thank God for that.
Right.
'Cause-
Defensive rookie.
But hold on. But we're here. Classmates thought it was hysterical.
Yes.
Should have left it. But carry on. It's fine.
Deontay Banks.
Yeah, Deontay Banks.
Deontay Banks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Triple agreement?
Unanimous on that one. Yeah.
He was like the 23rd overall pick to the Giants.
Okay.
Oh,
He's listed as their starting quarterback.
Last year I was going to say Jordan Davis, but he's not a rookie anymore.
does it count if they play like a rookie?
No.
I
Gotta
was
be.
gonna say-
Gotta be.
I was gonna say, just give me Eli Apple wherever he lands. Then
He's bad.
Yeah, he is very bad.
you know he
I'm
he
back,
gets a
right?
lot of shit for
You're
his mouth.
vibrating?
No, I'm back, right? I was making sure I could hear myself.
Are you blue?
Yeah, I should
Oh,
be.
yeah, you're good.
Okay.
He plays. He's average.
Okay.
You sure? I didn't sound it. He's average, but his fucking mouth is what makes everybody fucking hate the man.
Yeah, because he doesn't have the ability to back up what he says. Because he's
He's just
average
bad.
in a league that requires excellence.
Fair.
Okay, so I'm going to do a quick recap.
Hold on. Comeback player of the year.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That is the thing. Comeback player of the year, Derek Carr.
Ooh. I don't hate that.
Mm-hmm. He's in a shit division with a pretty decent team.
Yeah. I'm going to second that.
Don't you fuck-
If
just
you
trying to
say
make
it, I swear to God.
Say what? Say what? What do you think I'm gonna say?
No. Watch it go to fucking DeMar Hamlin.
Oh no,
DeMar
he's-
Hamlin's going to make the team. We don't even
Is
know
he
if
not
that's
going
happening
to?
yet. We don't know if he's the 4th string quarterback.
Corner.
That's what I said, right?
You said
quarter.
Oh, I meant to say corner. Sorry. I
No.
can't speak like this.
DeMar Hamlin ends up on the team. It's gonna go to DeMar Hamlin.
How can you get comeback player of the year if you play no snaps?
Easy. Die on the field. Problem solved. You're
Oh
gonna
my
get it.
god, dude. I get it. But like, fuck off. No. Derek Carr.
It's the same thing with Alex Smith.
Alex Smith played excellent after his injury. He was an MVP.
Alex Smith was on his deathbed.
Yeah, with sepsis.
He was on his deathbed. What comes after the deathbed?
But he was at the caliber
That
of
was
an MVP.
That was an
Alex
absolute.
Smith came back
No.
after he broke his leg. He came back. He only played like fucking 2 games.
But are you listening to
Ice is ready.
what is happening right now?
Ice is full.
This is what it sounded like when my grandpa died.
I thought it was supposed to be steady.
You thought it was supposed to be Satan?
Steady.
No, yeah, if somebody dies, it is
Well,
steady.
well, listen. we were there. He had a brain bleed. We waited for the family to get there, and then we turned everything off.
I'm glad nobody can see what we're
Yet.
Yeah.
Because eventually we're going to do
That'll
that.
come. Yeah.
Eventually we're going to do TikToks and shit.
Yeah. Imagine the lives.
The live.
I don't know if we're going to do lives because of you. I can't do a 15-second delay.
Fair.
Until we get like a real
As long as
producer.
we can get your garage right.
Anyways, so you really are going to stick with DeMar Hamlin?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's be honest. Even if he does get cut, somebody's going to sign him just because of publicity.
I don't think so.
It's the same thing as Tebow.
Tebow.
No, I'm talking about baseball Tebow. The
Oh.
only reason he was on a baseball team professionally is because he was fucking Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. The man had no hopes of coming to New York and playing baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Publicity sells.
Yeah.
The Jets will fucking sign him. Just to fucking sign him.
Okay.
Come back play with your Miami.
So I'm going to recap. MVP.
Hurts.
Mahomes.
Herbert.
Coach of the Year.
Payton.
Sean.
Dougie.
Just a Shaw.
Offensive Player of the Year. Derrick Henry.
Justin Jefferson.
T. Higgy.
Defensive Player of the Year. Hassan Reddick.
DJ Watt.
Myles Garrett.
Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Anthony Richardson.
C.J. Stroud.
Bryce. Bryce Young. Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Deontay Banks.
Deontay
Deontay Banks, yeah.
And Comeback Player of the Year. Derek Carr.
Derek Carr.
Ryan Hamlin.
Okay, thank you. That will conclude our way too early
NFL prediction.
NFL predictions. We'll be right back. So we have to talk about the drama
Yes.
that is the Michael Oher situation. I don't know if you guys have watched The Blind Side.
Several times.
I've seen bits and pieces. I've never watched it fully.
It's I mean, it's billed as Sandra Bullock's pièce de résistance, but I mean, she's excellent in it.
Absolutely.
I think she's better in a couple other movies, but they're not the kind of movies that would win you awards anyways. Anyways, so that turns out apparently was all a lie.
According
According to Oher, because at the end when they portray it as like an adoption, I guess it wasn't an adoption.
It was conservatorship, right?
Right. And they like used that to write him out of all the money that they made from the movies, I guess. Allegedly.
Upwards of $15 million.
Allegedly.
So I have a question about this.
Yeah.
In my mind, they signed this when he was what, 19?
18, I think.
19,
Because it was when he graduated high school.
18, yeah.
So they plan on turning this into a movie then? Because
I don't think
my
so.
question is if they're signing conservatorship for him, they clearly would be doing it to gain financially from him.
Mm-hmm.
But how is a 19-year-old college kid going to give them that
Going
money?
to Division I football and then inevitably going to be an NFL.
AFL or NFL?
NFL.
Yeah.
He was on the
I
Ravens.
said, and NFL is what I said.
But you don't know that at that time. You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, at that point in time, he's a torn ACL away from never playing the game again.
Just like Joe Burrow.
That doesn't change the story, though.
No.
You adopted an inner city kid who was down and out, put him through a very prestigious academy on your own dime to get him into a view of football coaches and scouts, got him signed to the University of Tennessee, I believe.
I believe.
Because I think they wanted to go to Ole Miss, but he went to Tennessee.
Yeah.
And then he ends up getting drafted. Like even if he does tear his ACL, it doesn't matter. Like you still did it.
No. But I'm
Well,
saying,
you signed up.
Right.
but the conservatorship, the way they're making it sound as if that was done with the intention of getting money off of him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then with all this, there's paperwork, so it shouldn't be that hard of a. It should be open and closed really at the end of the day, because for there to be a conservatorship or for there to be an adoption, which I don't think you can adopt after 18 anyways.
You can't.
Yeah, you can.
Can you?
Yep. You can. You can. So it's about just the adoption isn't the same. You're not taking over parental rights. It gives the child familial authority. So it's the kind of thing like they were saying, like if
he was in the hospital or something,
right,
they could make the decisions for him.
Well, that and like vice versa. Like if he were to be, if the estate were not to be settled and they were to pass away, like he would be entitled to a third share with his adopted brother and sister. Like it's the difference there. Now he went to Ole Miss. There's a picture of him right here in this article.
Maybe she wanted him to go to Tennessee.
Maybe that's what it was. Yeah. So they are coming out and saying that it's a shakedown. The lawyer came out and said the family will not hesitate to defend their good names, stand up to the shakedown, and defeat this offensive lawsuit. The family insists they didn't get paid much for the movie, and they only got paid outright for the book, where they got half of Michael Lewis's earnings, which they split evenly among the family, including Michael, which was about $14,000 apiece. However, they said that them saying that, or saying they signed away his rights to the Blindsider Vault. Each member of the Tui family, including Oher, received about $100,000 in profits from the movie. However, that amount is different from what other families have said. And Sean Tui says we didn't make any money off the movie. So there's definitely some fucking shit going on.
Oher said they got upwards of $15 million.
Right.
Yeah. But my question is, okay, so I'm not saying Oher's lying, but then I'm looking at it as this: how many pro athletes do you see that go broke after they're done playing?
If he's not.
Can we confirm that he's not?
Yeah, his net worth is way out there.
But net worth accounts for all your assets.
Correct.
So I could have $100 million home and still owe a company. You know, I could have maxed out credit cards and still owe $40,000. My home's still worth $1 million.
He just retired.
It was a while ago, wasn't it?
No.
Like 4 or 5 years?
2020. And so
It's not that far off.
And like that's what led to him discovering this. So it says right here that Oher discovered in 2023, February of this year, that the conservatorship to which he consented on the basis that doing so would make him a member of the Tui family, in fact, provided him no familial relationship with the Tuis, and instead gave them financial, like basically autonomy over his
financial benefit for the movie.
Yeah, autonomy over his likeness, we'll say. In the conservator is legally allowed to make decisions on another person's behalf without technically making them a family member. The person with a disability or other challenge only needs to sign the proper legal document to grant the conservatorship, as or did. Under adoption laws, an adoptee legally becomes a permanent member of the applicant's family. And Tennessee is among the states that allows adults to adopt someone who's over 18, so that age restriction wouldn't be an issue. He asked them for a full accounting of his assets, including profits from his or monies earned from the production of his life story. And then he's seeking compensatory and punitive damages as determined by the court.
Now, I read something somewhere about a memoir that he wrote years ago.
I'm
unfamiliar with
I don't know. I don't know that much as far as that.
Which I was under the assumption memoirs were after the death of somebody.
No, you can write a memoir. Like presidents often write memoirs after they leave the White House. It's just a recalling of events. But I haven't seen anything like that. I just know that it's turned into a he said, she said thing, and if it is what Michael Oher says, I feel really bad.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I want
guess
more
the
information.
The next few months will tell us.
Yeah, I mean it'll all come out in the court, but it very well also could be a situation where like the two parties both, I guess, misunderstood. Like the Tuohys had every single like positive intention of like viewing or as a family member. You know, they didn't think it was a big deal. They're like, oh no, we'll just basically set ourselves up so we can set you up a trust and make sure that you have money through college and do all this and do all that, and then or interpreted that as them saying, oh, you're gonna be a member of the family, but you're really not, and like it could just be like a broken heart kind of thing, like I'm not what you say I was, you know. Which it reads a lot like that, but he has a lawyer involved, so like but lawyers chase paychecks too, so I guess I can't say. I hope it's something where it's just a miscommunication.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like a lot of those situations are sticky too. I mean, he's 19 years old. Did he have a lawyer read over it when he signed it? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
And chances are, did he read the whole thing?
Right.
And that's where, you know, because it could be like it could be like the Apple. You know, Apple could put in their thing, hey, we get your firstborn child. Guess what?
We're signing it. Yeah, we're good.
So I'm wondering how much of it was him. He must have, obviously he had to have trusted them.
Yep. Well, I mean, yeah.
I mean, for everything they did for him and for him to sign something like that. I really want to know. Jesus. I mean, you said he just found out in February?
Yeah, apparently he was going through like just tying up some stuff for his retirement. And that's when going through the paperwork he realized that it's not what he thought it was. So that's why I'm like trying to when I put the pieces together from both sides of the story, that's why I think it's a situation where it's like you said I was your family, and the Tuohys are like, well, we view you as family. He's like, yeah, but I thought I was going to be like legally your family, and I'm not. So like, that's a sense of betrayal.
That's the kind of way it's shaping up.
Yeah, and so then it's like, oh, what else have you fucking done? You know?
Oh yeah, and then the media, of course, is going to turn it into
Right.
the blind side was a lie, and
Yeah,
all that stuff. So
because I get where you were coming from earlier on, where you were like, how could they possibly know that this would pan out when they took him in at 17?
yeah, and that was my thought process. The whole thing is at 17, you don't know,
Right?
you know, and it's the same thing as tomorrow. One of us could be gone. You know what I'm saying? So you're banking on a lot. Well, it's life. You're banking on a lot of a 17, 18-year-old kid. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, you look at it and you go, no,
he said one of us could not be here tomorrow. And I was like, that's dark. I was like, it's going to be James.
And I said, hopefully.
Considering we don't work together anymore, we can't just.
What does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
Right.
No, we can't just tell Matt that it happened.
Oh, right. Yeah. I guess I could tell Andy to drop my body off.
Andy?
That's my boss.
Oh.
His name's Andy. He's a good guy.
The thing that gets me is I wonder if this has happened before to somebody else who didn't pan out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
To use those words. What, you know, I wonder if there's even any precedent in courts for this.
I'm sure there is because. Well, I guess I can't say that because I was going to say. I mean, I feel like lawyers would have established the precedent before they open the case. But when you're talking the kind of money that they're going after, especially in civil court where there's no fucking rules.
Yeah.
You don't even have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. It's just to be like,
it's hold on,
what's the terminology?
Oh, it's
Come on,
It's
Mr.
like
Legal
probable,
Student.
right?
it's it's a keyword.
Like, is it like there's basically if there's a probability this could have occurred, then that person won.
It's literally 51%.
Yeah.
It's you've got to just barely
It's not
prove.
vast majority. It's just
No,
Yeah.
it's and if-
Yeah. Whereas like in a criminal suit, if one person says I don't think he did it, then you're fucking hung jury out the door.
and that's the thing. Like you gotta. I don't see how this benefits either party.
Right.
I mean, other than financially, but
Right.
for Michael Oher, who, let's be honest, probably doesn't have much of a family outside of the Tuohys.
He's got the Tuohys and he's got his son and his wife.
His son and his wife, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean,
He doesn't have any of his like blood relatives. That's what you're saying, yeah.
yeah, I think this whole honestly, this is one of those things I feel like the whole situation could have been handled between the two parties,
Probably.
and it.
Which is why I think it's
for $15 million.
right. And that's also you can tell by reading the articles. It sounds like there's people in the extended Tuohy family that are like in his ear saying, "No, they made like 15 mil." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so, like.
But that doesn't always mean truth. I mean,
No, it doesn't mean
and
truth.
that's
so that's where I'm saying you're probably right. Like it could be a sit down at the kitchen table and be like, "The fuck do you think happened?" And then here's our bank statements. Here's what we've given you. Here's what we've gotten. Like,
yeah, but I feel like it's going to get a lot uglier.
it could, or it very well could be a situation where like.
Just a vast misunderstanding.
Yeah, where they just end up settling outside of court and being like, "Oh, it was a family issue."
Yeah. Well, I think even if they settle outside of court, it's going to be ugly.
I mean, the media is diving into their lives now.
Yeah.
Every single thing. There's going to be a up and coming hot shot fucking investigative journalist that's going to dive into the fact that whatever the fuck your name is, something Ann Tuohy, like was riding an Alpha.
Man.
Yeah, something like that. Riding an Alpha Delta Cotty's fucking wee-wee in Tennessee back in 1974. And she got a beer for it, so she's a prostitute, you know, something crazy like that. Or fucking Mr. Tuohy was ripping lines of coke with Ronald Reagan. I don't fucking know. You know.
I'm not going to lie to you. Awesome story right there. I would be that front line back.
Yeah. I'd be real sad to find out Ronald Reagan doesn't die at the end. Anyways, on to the next topic. Actually, we are going to take a tiny little break because my phone's dying. But as soon as we come back, we're going to do a little NFL or NHL tease, little bartender. Give me something on ice. R.I.P. Ray Stewart Scott.
Who?
I don't know. I almost said Scott Van Pelt and Stewart Scott. Stuart Scott, right?
Stuart Scott's
Yeah,
dead.
Stuart Scott. Yeah.
Stuart Scott.
I said R.I.P. the great Stuart Scott.
I didn't understand
Scott
the
Van
first
Pelt.
part of that.
You can make me question myself. Stuart Scott. Yeah, you know, he was the one that like him and Stuart Scott both would say, or him and Scott Van Pelt would both say when they did Sports Center, Bartender, give me something on ice, and then they cut to the NHL. That's why
Okay.
that's my bit there.
Got it.
R.I.P.
Also, shout out R.I.P. Scott Van Pelt's dog.
That was emotional.
That was emotional. That hurt me.
I want to get into that.
I went and hugged my dog.
Yeah,
That was
me too. I was like holding Arya the whole time. I was like, all right, we'll be back. Okay, so find a little bit here before we go into our end sequence, which is basically just us spouting off bullshit.
Mainly arguing with James.
NHL, little summer, little garnish, little, you know, getting ready for the ice season, which is it's my favorite season. I like hockey over everything. I know you're a fucking football blowhard, but is it because it's easy to track for you only once a week?
No.
Oh, these 2 games is hard.
No, since I followed the Yankees. I used to follow prior to this year.
You
Watch every game.
You know what? You both are motherfuckers when it comes to baseball. Because you used to get so mad at me. So like, I don't care about baseball until August. You text me in May. I'm like, no. Come back to me in August. Because you were like, where's the fucking season don't matter.
Turns out you should have cared fucking May instead of less than 8 to play good ball.
Yeah, but I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I predicted them third in the division this year.
Well,
You
now
were
they're
on
at
one.
two.
Fuck. No, we're still dogfighting with Boston for last place.
Right.
Yeah.
John, I mean, they're over 500. It's a crazy division, but I'm just saying.
Fucking Snoopy and Woodstock down at the bottom of the AL East right now.
Baltimore doesn't even know what to do. Anyways, okay. So, hockey. Little fun fact, little fun story for you guys. I don't know if you heard it. I know I casually mentioned it. Artemi Panarin shooting guns off in Russia. Problem. Big issue.
Apparently.
Dude's having a midlife crisis. I don't know if you followed it. He shaved his head. Those beautiful curls.
Yeah.
Shaven.
Good.
In the picture in which he shaved his head, he's staring at the camera like, almost to send a message to the NHL like, no, like the fun Artemi Panarin's dead. And I'm pretty sure that's what he was shooting. He might have been shooting his own wig, his own fucking hair, Kyle's hair. Because he got a fine for discharging a weapon without a permit in Russia. He didn't shoot anybody. He just barely can shoot around for fun. But this was Russia. So yeah.
We live in America. It's
It's a different culture. Yeah.
everybody does that every half second.
But Canada too.
Right.
Are you ready to test something? One country over, shooting Russian shooting guns are acceptable.
Were you talking about Ukraine?
Yes, it's one country over. Why can't you shoot a gun in Russia is my question.
I hate to break it to you, James, but it's still illegal in Ukraine. They just are in war. It's still different.
No, but it's accepted by the government.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I want to use your own logic against you. Okay.
Go ahead.
So me, you, Nico, decide to form a squad, bust into somebody's house, shoot everybody we see because we feel threatened by them. Illegal in the United States.
Correct.
Put on some fucking camo and go do that in Fallujah in 2007. Guess what? It's okay. So we're gonna take states of war, and we're gonna put them off to the side. We're gonna put them over here because you can't really compare domestic law to states of war.
All right, fix it in post.
I'm gonna leave that. I don't want to hear you. You said that.
Anywho.
Cancelled.
No, fine.
Anywho.
Maybe
The odds came out.
It was the odds. Yeah.
It was the odds.
I thought it was power rankings, but it was
Nope.
odds.
Odds to win the Stanley Cup.
Oh, I definitely thought that was rankings.
It literally says
Yeah.
NHL
It does.
early
And
Stanley
there's like
Cup
plus
odds.
2,500 on the side. You're stupid. I forgot.
It doesn't say plus
I was-
2,500 at all.
I'm saying it says like.
Oh.
It's just plus. It's the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's the
I got you.
I was at work. I
So was I.
According to
I got caustic on
DraftKings,
my hands with it. Sorry.
according to DraftKings, they have the Carolina Hurricanes as
Favorites.
the favorites,
What, plus 1,000?
plus 800.
Okay.
And then we have the Leafs and the Devils tied at plus
And
9.
the Leafs don't belong there.
No, they don't. And then
Devils
we
will
have.
probably see it.
I fucking hope so. I'm tired of hearing Devils fans. Then we have the Oilers and the Avalanche tied at plus 1,000.
Okay.
Golden Knights at plus 12. Rangers at plus 13. Stars at plus 14. Panthers plus 16. And Bruins plus 16.
Oh, we're gated as we're talking, boys. Nice.
I told you.
I don't think the Bruins should even be up there. Is that a top 10?
Top 10, yes.
Yeah, Bruins shouldn't even be up there. They lost Krejci. They lost Bergeron. Granted, Pasta, unreal. Linus Olmark, we all know goaltending outside the Rangers is iffy.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Jake Ottinger, who's one day he's lights out, the next day he's poop.
Right.
Linus Olmark, is he going to have a back-to-back Vezina year? Probably not. Igor didn't have a back-to-back Vezina year, but his bad year still had
Is a
5 goalies in the league.
Yeah.
So, but they have,
any other year.
right, but the Rangers have Benoit there, so we'll exclude the Rangers from the goalie conversation. My point being, Boston's in a downturn. They're rebuilding around Pastrnak. Full stop. End of discussion. They're not a top 10 team anymore. They had an unreal season last year. That was their chance. They blew it against Florida, which Linus Olmark pooped his pants, or versus Sergei Bobrovsky, who did not. Lost 35 pounds a game, but he fucking played his ass off.
James seems to think that
James, you want to read your text message to the crowd, to the people?
I believe my exact words were 7th is generous.
Yeah. And then who did you put in front of?
Boston.
And?
Wrong.
Florida.
It was Florida.
It was
Yeah,
Florida.
it was Florida.
And you don't have to look because I remember because I was so fucking offended.
All right.
Florida.
So if we're looking at the 3 teams below the Rangers as favorites to win the cup,
Stars.
Maybe I could go.
What the fuck? It's just been fucking sitting there.
And there's our new.
Fuck you.
I could maybe go. I could maybe see the Rangers and the Devil and the Stars flipping because they're 7 and 8 right now. Because the Stars have Rupe Hintz, Miro Heiskanen, Jake Ottinger, Jason Robertson. I could see that as a flip flop. So maybe my odds would be 13.5 even.
Yeah, fun fact. Do you know how anybody people that he was supposed to be off are?
The only hockey player that fucking matters in this world is Matt Zuccarello. And I don't really care what anybody has to say.
Matt Zuccarello doesn't even play for your favorite team anymore.
I don't care.
I still wear my Zoom jersey.
New York Rangers, I will never forgive.
I bought him a Zook mini for his birthday.
It goes right next to my Zook puck.
That's
That's not probably
I have a
displayed.
brain shaper.
If you guys ever want to get me anything, just make it Mika.
Yeah, well that's easy. You should see Nate's mannequin. He's got a
Just-
signed puck, signed stick, a fucking poster. All Mika.
Mika's my boy.
That's everybody's boy.
Remember that robbery thing you were talking about?
Anyways, so before the fucking Dr. Pepper school down, you have to sit still for fucking 3 hours. Yeah, the Stars and the Rangers could flip.
I think they could flip if not be even. Because you've
But I don't-
still got Igor, you've still got Mika, you've still got Artemi, whatever the fuck is happening with Laffy.
He's gonna get signed. I think.
No, I'm
I
not
think
talking
Drury's
about
playing.
him being signed. I'm talking
Dude.
about when he comes into his own.
But okay, so let's take that aside, right? Okay, what's one thing that we know about the Rangers? The power play. First team gets a minute 30 every time.
Every time.
So if you take away the power play, Alexis Lafreniere is the most productive player on the New York Rangers 5-on-5. Most points, most goals. So you can't say he's got to come into his own. He just needs to be put up with the fucking top lines and get top power
Yeah,
play.
he needs to be one first or second line.
First or second line.
Move the kids line up to 2.
Yeah, first or second line and move probably Trocheck off the first power play team and move.
Trocheck's a heavy hitter though.
Yeah, but you got Kreider in the middle. You have that. You have
I'm
Foxy.
talking about power play or power kill.
Power play, penalty kill.
Okay.
Power play.
Power play.
You got Foxy as the quarterback.
Yes.
You got Zibby as your side. He's in the Ovechkin office.
Yes.
You got Panarin as facilitator.
Yep.
You got Kreider down low, and then
Yep.
you had Trocheck in the corner doing whatever the fuck he
Doing
did.
whatever the fuck he does.
That can be Laffy. Or Kako.
Mm.
Kako's a power forward. If you want to go 2 power forwards, but I think you would want 2 shots with 2 facilitators, and then Kreider getting the dirty shit done in the middle. You put Laffy on the right, you put Mika on the left, you have Foxy in the middle, or Foxy up top, and then you have Kreider down low.
I agree with that.
But my point remains that people keep talking about how Alexis Lafreniere has been a disappointment, but in Gerard Gallant's system, he was underutilized. He was the best performing 5-on-5 player, and we all know the Rangers suck ass on 5-on-5. They're just terrible 5-on-5.
Yeah.
That's not.
Get them on the power play, and they're easily the best team in the last 10 years.
So move some
Or the last 10 years.
successful 5-on-5 players up. Maybe some things happen. There's also whispers of moving Keandre up with Foxy and
Instead of Lindy.
having what they call a pretty defensive line, a pretty defensive pairing, and then moving Lindy back with Truba and having the old
gritty.
school defensive pairing.
Just
run your fucking face into the ice.
I know I would not want to be on the opposing team.
If Keandre Miller and Trouba were on the ice
Well, no,
at the same time.
Trouba and Lindgren were on the ice.
Oh, yeah.
There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to go.
Lindgren, and I still love this clip of him. And when we get video, I want to put this in at some point.
Yeah.
Of Lindgren just standing on the boards, just looking at Ovechkin, going, "Who the fuck are you?" That is my favorite NHL clip of all time.
That's a good clip. It's like Danny Carcillo just turning into the Philadelphia Flyers fans as he fucking scored that goal.
That is my favorite hockey clip of all time. That was a big old fuck you to Philly, and I was there for it.
Like one of the youngest, grittiest defensemen in the NHL, looking at our generation's Wayne Gretzky,
Mm-hmm.
and just being like, "Who the fuck do you think you are?"
Mm-hmm.
And he was ready to throw hands.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's what happens when you're at that level. I mean, nobody in the NHL doesn't think they're good.
No.
I will say the one
Bless you.
the one glaring issue I have with those odds, and I understand odds makers take into account, or they don't take into account, the historical performance of a franchise. They really just base it off of players. The Leafs have no business being up there.
They do not have any business being at 2.
Especially given the fact that after what I would consider to be a banner year from them, getting out of the first round, holy fucking shit, put the banner in the fucking in the arena, call it a fucking day.
Yeah, what's the 60s?
Bad.
63?
Bad. That's all. It's just bad. I don't know the exact number. It sounds bad.
I'm pretty sure it was 63.
We're not talking a playoff shot. We're talking knocked it out of the first round, bro.
Right. Yeah.
It wasn't like we haven't made the Cup Final in that long. They haven't even sniffed the fucking Cup Final in that long. And they're a historic top. They're an original 6 franchise.
Yeah. Speaking of original,
Austin Matthews is not re-signing with Toronto.
there's no way he should.
No, and they overpaid Mitch Marner. I think Mitch Marner's great in the regular season, and he poops his fucking pants and becomes an invisible little baby bitch in the postseason. Mitch, we can throw hands if you want to. You can beat my ass. That's fine. It's my opinion. I don't care. You were a ghost. You were a fucking ghost in the postseason, and you fucking were so good.
I don't think we should get Trav fired up next to a trash can. I don't think that's.
I've already dented it.
It's full of sawdust. It's fine.
I've already dented it. We'll just delay it. But yeah, and I don't think they're re-signing Ryan O'Reilly. Maybe
No
they
way.
are. I don't know. I don't know what their cap space is. I mean, nobody in the league has cap space because they had to do that buyback thing where
They're doing the buyback, and then the cap goes up next
year with the new TV, because they'll finally
With the
get
new
the
CBA.
they'll finally get the ESPN funds
Yeah.
because they held off because of COVID to pay their salaries. There's a whole fucking thing, but
With the new CBA next year,
it goes up like $6 million, which is a big jump for them. But
Substantial in the NHL.
even then, I don't think they're going to sign re-sign Ryan O'Reilly. So that weakens them because that was a big pickup. That was their what's the word I want to use? That was their. That's so fucking ridiculous.
It's awful.
It was the tiniest ice maker. It sounds like I'm in a fucking ICU. It was their swing for the fence. They were like, we're gonna get this guy. And we're gonna go to the Cup Final, and then they ran into the buzzsaw that was Florida.
Florida,
Wow.
who barely squeaked in.
Well, really, it was a buzzsaw that was Sergei Bobrovsky.
Yeah.
Because Florida hung him out to dry. Look at the postseason statistics. He was facing 35 to 40 shots a night. You just stop them all, and so that's why I laugh at you. Because you fucking sitting here saying Florida's a better team, and they hung their fucking goaltender out to dry. It just happened to be Sergei Bobrovsky down to fucking handle a Stolichnaya and said, "Fuck it, boys, let's send it." And they went out there and did it. It's just a fucking asinine take, James, and it really gets under my skin.
I mean, when you look at it, Connor Verhage and who's the fucking brother that's
The Kachuk.
The Kachuk brother.
I believe it's Maddie down there. I think Brady is in Ottawa.
Yeah.
Which I got better with Tarasenko, but
I'm so upset.
I'm talking about it because that makes me sad too.
I'm so upset.
Did he sign with that one?
He signed with Ottawa. Yeah, 1 year. So I'm hoping. Here's my dream.
What, 8?
I think
Or
8.5, maybe 6.5. My dream this is my fantasy that I jerk off to, is that he signs Lava for the year, and then next year when the cap opens up, Drury goes and fucking runs and gets my boy. Because I think he had fun playing with Panarin.
He had a great time playing.
And I
with
think
Panarin.
he liked New York.
He
And
loves
he's
New
a
York.
much better fit than Patrick Kane.
Yes.
And he's at a better point in his career than Patrick Kane.
Yeah. Tarasenko's 31 now.
Yeah, and Patty's
Kane's 36.
34 with a fucking rebuilt hip, so 38.
That's generous.
Yeah, really 58. But when Yager's still playing 58, so give him credit where it's due.
Yager's still playing.
He might play in the NHL this year.
What?
Yeah, there's like a whole thing about how he might sign a contract in the NHL. Fuck, Yager. I think it's 52 in real life. But yeah, so like, that's my wet dream.
Rangers legend, Yarmir.
Yes, that's my wet dream. My wet dream is that Tarasenko comes back.
I hope.
We get rid of some fucking dead weight, and
I hope to God. What I want to see happen next offseason, and we can revisit this next year, is Tarasenko comes back, Gaudreau kicks rocks,
yeah, he's not worth his $1.5 million.
and we keep like our core 3 defensemen.
Yeah, Key. I mean, I would like a buyout of Trouba. We all know I fucking can't stand Jacob Trouba. I think he's a fucking defensive liability. I think he's
No, I'm talking about our core.
Chopstick
I'm
master.
talking about our core 3 as Foxy, Miller, Schneider.
You don't want to keep Lindgren.
Yeah, well, throw him at 4.
Okay. I was like, wow.
Sorry.
I was say Miller.
I love Braden Schneider.
He got a bridge contract because that's basically what Drury did. He went to like the young guys and was like, we don't have the space. I see your talent. So I'll min-max you. I'll sign you this bridge contract till we get to the new cap, and then we'll re-talk. And everybody was like, cool. So Kakko's on a bridge contract. Heal got paid, right? 6 years. Heal got paid. And then Key is going to sign a bridge contract. But Key's on the up and up. I think
He got signed.
Signed?
2 years.
That's a bridge.
A bridge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to the next CB, or to the next.
To the end of the CBA.
Yeah, to the cap increase.
Yeah.
And that's Kakko too.
Yeah.
And that's what they think they're trying to do with Laffy, is push him to the cap increase too. So, but Laffy, out of the 3 of them, Laffy's the one that needs a bridge contract because while I did defend him and say that he's the best performing, he hasn't shown the gains that Hedl and Kakko have shown. Like Kakko became a different player last year. He became a good power forward.
Right, but
that's the pop.
This year for Laffy was last year for Kakko.
Right. Yeah.
So if we see the same thing out of Laffy this year,
Yeah.
I think he gets the same deal.
Yeah.
If not more.
I think that because it would be stupid. He's got it. It's there. And you can
really
see glimpses of it.
Yeah.
There was a point, I can't think of who they were playing, but there was that point where he went blue line to goal and declicked 4 fucking people and went upper 90 bar down to just fucking net. I was like, where's that Alexei Lafreniere the other 80 fucking 1 games?
Right.
It's whatever. This ended up being a Rangers fucking.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I was waiting for more hockey,
but
there
is more hockey, so
to Rangers.
I was gonna say I had a little thing about the fact that the Anaheim Ducks are gonna be fucking good because Trevor Zegras is on year 3.
Is he year 3?
He's year 3 or year 4. He's not year 2. Last year was not his rookie year.
Are you sure?
97%. Because he was on the cover of like 19, wasn't he? Or 20? No, 21.
How do you spell it?
Fact check.
Trevor Zegras. It's Zegras.
I'm pretty sure he's going into year 2.
No, I know.
Zegras.
Yeah, Trevor Zegras.
Zegras.
He was drafted in 2019.
Okay. When was his first year on the Ducks?
Hold on.
He might have been straight to the show.
I don't think he was.
Professional. Officially concluded his collegiate career in 2020.
I don't fucking care about that.
I know. I'm reading through.
You don't have to read out loud.
You ever listen to Dan Patrick?
No.
Oh, I'd say he's our Fritzy.
Yeah.
Just
He knows what that means.
2021 professional debut.
Okay, so yeah, he'll be going into year 3.
are we talking
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
So he's going to year 3. They signed Brian O'Reilly. The Ducks.
Did they?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
James?
I'm on it.
Just Google like Anaheim Ducks
I'm just gonna
signings.
call you Bald.
Still saying he is a professional ice hockey center for the Nashville Predators.
Ryan O'Reilly? Oh my fuck!
Born in 91?
Yeah,
Yeah, he went to
Toronto.
Nashville.
Yeah. He
That's where he-
previously played with Toronto.
Oh, he did go to Nashville.
He went
Yeah,
back.
No,
went
he
back,
came from St. Louis.
Oh yeah, you're right.
He went
Anaheim signed somebody nasty.
Sabres, Meadowberg,
Ryan Strome?
No, well, I mean Ryan Strome was a good signing, but
No, he signed with them last year.
Oh, this is Russian hockey.
Russia.
I just want to let you all know this has been a 3-hour adventure.
They signed Michael Delzato.
Who?
The Ducks.
Oh,
Oh no, he became an unrestricted free agent. I'm sorry.
Who?
Michael Delzato. You remember him?
was he a Ranger
Yes.
for a season?
The year they ran the Cup run.
Right, 9 years ago.
That's not personal.
9 years ago, Michael Delzato. was
Oh,
a
they
Ranger.
signed Brad Kogutis.
That was it.
Yeah.
That's who. That's who the
Fucking perfect beard.
You know who I miss?
And they signed
Did
Alex.
you say Ryan Reeves?
They signed Alex Killorn. You're gonna be nasty. What are you gonna say?
I said, you know who I miss? And you should know this of all people.
If you say Matt Zuccarello,
No, he's gonna say Tanner Glass.
Tanner Glass.
The fucking guy who played like 8 games outside of the AHL. He fought in every game, so fucking James is hard on for him because he doesn't like skill hockey. He likes brutal hockey.
True. I do like brutal hockey. Although he did have that sick playoff goal.
Okay.
Just saying.
You know who the sickest playoff goal? Derek Stepan.
Yeah, I know. Remember, I put my hand into a ceiling fan.
Yeah, he did.
you punched a ceiling fan?
I gave my dad heartburn.
What the fuck does that even mean?
Because I screamed so loud because it was like double overtime, right? Or something like that.
It was double overtime, yeah.
And
Because
was this the King series or?
no, this was against the Capitals, I believe.
Oh, so it had to have been.
It was the
going
year
into
it was the year they went.
Yeah,
They won.
that year, so it had to have been the Eastern
it
Conference.
was a
Finals.
clincher. Yeah.
It was the clincher, yeah. And I screamed so loud that it startled my father out of a deep sleep, which gave him indigestion, I guess.
I remember because I had gotten broken up. Well, I broke up. There was a breakup that
Either
day.
way, dude. Okay.
You're
You're fucking 11.
not gonna full name that one, but
Well, considering I was 20, you guys were what, 23, 24?
Is there a rag in here? Can I have that? That happy rag right there?
anyway.
Okay.
But yeah,
Thank you.
and
There's
I
like,
just got
there's
it.
like an odd sense of formality to that.
literally a friend texted me that night and said, "Hey, how you doing?" And I said, "I don't even fucking care. I love Derek Stepan because he made that was actually my second year getting into hockey."
If the green light's on, you're good.
Yeah, it was off. Yeah, I know, because remember we used to go to TJ Fries as well.
No, he does.
No, it was Fries. We used to sit at the bar.
DJ Fred.
We'd go with Will because remember Cody was the host?
Yep.
And he would go back and
And we go on Thursdays for
Yes.
$3 Long Island iced
get
teas and
fucked. Yeah.
$3 not remember your drive homes.
Yeah. None of us were responsible.
I've had a few of those
Yeah.
nights.
We would like to take a time to let people know that the Short, Fat, and Balding podcast does not condone.
Drinking and driving.
We believe that you should drink responsibly and that you should always have a DD. Thank you.
That's why I'm on beer number 7, and I am already
That's exactly why we do this podcast at Nico's house.
Yeah.
because the other two do not
Because
partake.
I have a Dr. Pepper and James has a Gatorade Zero. so,
Yeah.
anyway, so the Ducks got good.
Ducks
Radko Gulas. I guess I guess I am drinking.
I thought you said goulash.
That's the
there for a second.
diabetes.
Now I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah, that's the diabetes. That's the sugar.
There's the fat and bald part of the
Yeah.
podcast.
So no. Anyways, what I was saying: Radko Gudas, Alex Killorn, Trevor Zegras, and they had that young goalie was up and coming. He was good.
Yeah, I know you're talking
Didn't
about.
we just say Zegers went to Nashville?
No, Ryan
it was
O'Reilly.
Ryan O'Reilly.
Oh,
Jesus fuck! You were
Pay
the one
attention.
googling it.
I'd like to take this moment to apologize to everybody.
Jesus. Okay.
Anywho,
And then so like they're up and coming.
I know who you're talking about with
Yeah.
the goalie though, because I picked him up on waivers a few different weeks.
Where was the Knights on their list?
They were just ahead
Third?
of the Rangers.
Oh. I mean, I think they could repeat out of the West.
I think they were 12-1.
The only issue they have is goaltending.
Yeah, no, they were a position ahead of us.
Yeah. The only issue they have is really goaltending. It's not spectacular.
It's not.
Man, that's such a cool place to play, dude. The Kraken are on that list.
No.
Fucking go Kraken.
Go.
Number 2 team, Seattle Kraken, dude. Let's go. I fucking love that franchise. I love their colors. I love their cool ass tentacles that they put down the ice, and they.
Are there any former Rangers that play on the Seattle Kraken that we can buy jerseys for yesterday?
No.
What was it? Colin Blackwell?
I'm not buying a Colin Blackwell jersey. If anything, I'm going to buy that one guy that always does his pictures like that. Yeah. What the fuck's his name? He has long hair.
Oh,
He
fucking
does-
Brandon Tanev.
Yes, Brandon Tanev. I love that guy. But anyways, so that's disappointment because I think the Kraken are going to. I think they're going to take another step forward. I think they.
I
think-
believe they belong at
10.
9-10.
Did they?
I think they go in between.
They lost
where,
to Edmonton.
I think they go between where Dallas and Florida is now. So 8 is Dallas.
Is Edmonton on the list?
Edmonton.
Good.
Yes, they are
Oh.
4.
Dude, that is the fucking bump of the century, man. That is because of who they have the 2 greatest forwards in the NHL right now.
And then what?
That's exactly it. Their goaltending is a fucking mesh. I don't even know. It's a
hodgepodge.
It is a wet paper towel with some dry spots. If you hit the wet spots going in, their goaltending is so fucking bad. And
Don't they have? What is it?
they signed.
Sorokin?
No,
No,
they
that's
have-
the Islanders.
that's
Sorry,
fucking
that's the
Islanders.
Islanders. The other blue and orange team.
Yeah, they don't have.
There's
They
no fucking colors.
it's Carpenter or something like that. They signed him to a fuck ton of money.
Jack Campbell.
Jack Campbell, yeah. They signed him to a fuck ton of money, and they shit his pants on live television. We watched him shit his pants. He fell down for a fucking save. There's a Brown staying goal. He's so fucking bad. And then this dude with the sweetest mustache in the NHL ended up being the backup, and he was nasty. But he
Stuart Skinner.
Stuart Skinner, yeah, he was great. And then he pooped his
Look at
pants.
me and my NHL
Yeah.
knowledge.
He pooped his pants in the postseason. I mean, Edmonton pooped his pants in the postseason because they should have been to the Cup Final and they didn't because they pooped. But yeah, that's it. They should be 10, and they only should be 10 because of the fact that they have Connor McDavid and fucking Leon Draisaitl, and also for fucking shits and giggles for fucking Chicago ha-has, they have Ryan Nugent fucking Hopkins too. Because there's no fucking rules in Edmonton. They can just sign who they want. They don't have a cap. They just sign who the fuck they want. They got Darnell Nurse. They got Evander King. They're fucking around. They're laughing at the whole league. But because they have a fucking plastic training goalie, they can't get out of the second round.
They have the physical embodiment of a fishing net in goal.
Yes. Yes. A fishing net made of loosely strung together paper towels. It's not great.
Yeah, no, the Oilers are 4 on that list, and I don't agree
I'm
with that
passionate.
whatsoever.
In case you haven't.
That is passion.
Yeah. That's fucking because it's so frustrating because they should just dog walk the whole league. But because their ownership cannot handle one position, they look like a
They
laughing
can
stock.
only handle one position, and it's the forwards. They don't know what to do from the blue line back.
Man, Darnell Nurse lays the smack.
And then what?
That's all they need.
And then what?
All you need is people to not
They've
hit
got
Connor
3.5
McDavid.
lines of nobody.
When your 1.5 line puts up 38 goals a night, what else do you fucking need? It's like
You need fucking
the Edmonton
goaltending.
Oilers are the definition of that meme of the fucking horse.
If you take the front,
It's like
if
a
you
perfect,
take, hold on.
majestic masterpiece in quarter one, and then it's like okay in quarter two, and then a kindergartner drew it through fucking second and third, the third and fourth.
If you take the front half of Edmonton with the back half of the Rangers and make them one team, they are winning 7 cups straight.
Yes.
So the Oilers.
Yeah, if you had, because it would be what? It would be Draisaitl, McDavid, whoever the fuck's the right wing of that, and then Nugent Hopkins, the fuck I know. Oh, Evander Kane, and then whoever centers that line, and then behind them you had the kid line, and then the VC fucking Gaudreau line.
The VC Gaudreau line, and I'm even talking about the goalie because
fuck off. Fuck off. The current Edmonton Oilers with Igor Shesterkin win 7 cups in a row. Are you kidding me? Don't change anything.
Even Jonathan Quick is the backup.
Yeah. Yeah, Jonathan Quick in that net.
Jonathan Quick in that net. They win.
Put Louis fucking Domingue in the net. We saw how he can perform in the postseason.
No. Backup goalies only stand on their head against the Rangers.
It's a problem.
It's a bad problem.
It's a concern. Okay. Calgary Flames poop.
Don't talk shit about the Calgary Flames. They hold a near and dear place in my heart.
Okay, dude. Oh, I know. Fucking Craig.
Yeah. Craig is my boy.
Craig Conroy.
Craig's my boy.
Yeah, Craig Conroy is a fucking local legend. Okay, cool. You want to talk about Casey Powell too already? There's a video game there for him. There's no video game for Craig Conroy.
I don't care about lacrosse.
Yes.
I do not care about lacrosse. I love Craig.
Okay, cool. Does it make the team any fucking better? They go out and sign Nazem Kadri, and then they forgot they had to put a rest of fucking team on the ice. And now I don't get to hear Daryl Sutter talk about his baby geese, and it pisses me off.
You know what I miss?
Have you seen that interview? So Daryl Sutter is like, he's like a funny version of Bill Belichick. You want to piss?
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah.
Well,
you guys talk about this.
And they did a montage of like his greatest interview moments, and they were talking about how he had, in between seasons, bought a farm outside of Calgary. And they were like, "What do you think about the season?" He's like, "I think I woke up, looked outside, saw the baby geese. Just tells me it's going to be a good day, you know?" And they're like, "Okay." He's like, "Just saying, baby animals in the morning. It's hard to have a bad day." They're like, the team. He's like, I made my point. That's like the end of the interview. It's so good. He has such good quotes. It's like Bill Belichick had a personality. He doesn't answer any questions, but he says funny shit. Bill Belichick just doesn't answer questions.
Yeah.
He's like, what do you think about the Jets defense? Just focus on the next year.
The only question I've ever seen him answer is the one that hurt my feeling the most, and that was, "Yeah, we're on to Cincinnati." And I right then and there went, "Fuck."
Yeah.
Tom Brady's pissed. Bill Belichick's pissed. We're getting fucking ran through.
We're not worried about that. We're focusing on next week. Thank you, Bill. What do you think about your quarterback who tore his ACL? We'll focus on next week. Next man up. Thank you, Bill.
I'm not gonna lie, my favorite draft moment ever was when they cut to Belichick during the COVID year.
Yeah.
And there's just a fucking dog sitting in his chair.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck it. Let the dog make the next pick. Don't fucking matter.
It was his dog. Because they did that.
Oh wait, his dog was in his house.
That's crazy. Do you remember that fucking Dave Portnoy won that thing to be at the draft with the commissioner? They said no.
Yeah.
Because they fucking hated him. They were like, "No, you're not going." It was so fucking great. Yeah, so I got on a fucking soapbox about the NHL. I apologize. This is supposed to be a quick bit and turned into a long bit.
Yeah, no, we're animals.
This is exactly why.
40 minutes.
This is exactly why we're gonna have a whole podcast, a whole episode about. Well, I'm just saying, when we actually want to talk
NHL
preseason, you're gonna fucking do your homework. So you're not just sitting there itching your
You're not
fucking
going to be
ankle.
the armchair.
I thought it was armchair quarterbacks.
What do quarterbacks have a place in the NHL?
Armchair center.
Sorry, let me rephrase that for you. Thought this was for armchair.
It is
center.
for
You want me
armchair,
to
but
do-
you can do more than just fucking, I don't know. Follow Twitter. Follow Elliot Friedman. Learn something about the NHL besides the fact that, big man hit fast ice.
Talk to him like a fucking caveman.
That's how he watches the game.
I know.
Actually, I watch the game very differently. I say, beat his fucking ass. What are you doing?
That's
Drop
what I
the fucking glove. Beat his ass.
Yeah, okay, so you are to the NHL what the fucking Crash Bandicoots are to the fucking NASCAR.
Don't ever shit on Crash Bandicoot.
I'm not. I'm saying that there are people that watch NASCAR solely for the crashes, and you are watching a league in the NHL that is tamping down on fighting for fights. Were you sad when they got rid of Ryan Reeves?
No,
Really?
really. The Rangers already broke.
I
their-
hated it.
They got rid of Zoo.
Honestly.
Yeah, no, I saw immediate change in there.
Mhm.
What's the word I want to use? Their morale. But anyways, that concludes that. We're done. I could go on about this for fucking 5
Yeah,
hours.
we really could.
That's episode 2, guys. Thank you very much.
Stay tuned for
You
when
didn't
the
even answer my question.
What's your question?
Your
You said,
turn.
who's your favorite comedian? And then you said, oh, we're talking about that on here. And then you just fucking.
Oh,
you
yeah,
said,
that did happen, didn't
That
it?
did.
It
That did. That
Holy
did.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a piece of shit. My favorite comedian is Tom Segura.
I love Tom Segura.
Ditto.
You know what sold me on him?
What's that?
The fucking bit about his last name.
Oh.
Where he's like, it's Spanish. And the guy's like, you don't look Spanish. He's like, what do you mean?
Have you read his book?
A close second is Bill Burr. I love fucking Bill Burr.
I'm a big Bill Burr
He
guy.
shreds everybody.
He does.
I'm a big Schultz guy though. I love Andrew
yeah.
Schultz.
Bill
found a lot
Burr's
of-
bit where he's like the WNBA. It's like all the women watch the fucking game. It's like they don't want to watch it either.
Have you seen the one where Schultz picks on a girl whose mom was in the WNBA?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one got me.
Also, Joe Coy. Honorable mention.
Oh,
Just
Joe Coy.
Eric Griffin.
Yeah.
Eric Griffin honorable mentions. You got to throw Bert Kreischer in there too.
I don't like Bert Kreischer.
Why?
It's not my kind of comedy.
I love Bert Kreischer.
There's
Matt Rife, up and coming.
Matt
He
Rife
took
is
the world.
Matt Rife
I
is
know.
not up and coming.
I didn't think he was funny until I actually started watching his shit. Like, I only saw the bits, and then I started watching his
Like his
extended.
bit with Christina.
Yeah, I started watching his extended shit. He's probably the best, like ad lib, like interactive comedian I've ever watched. Because
Watch Troy Bond.
Troy Bond,
Troy Bond.
no.
So, but we all agree Tom Segura number one.
Yeah,
All day.
I fucking love John Mulaney though.
better than Tom Segura.
I never really got into Tom.
I love Tom Segura.
Another honorable mention is Jim Gaffigan.
Jim Gaffigan.
People are gonna get mad because we didn't talk about like Dave Chappelle. Or any of those guys,
No, we gotta talk about like our growing up.
but,
Well,
I mean-
Tom Segura's.
Chappelle.
Yeah, Tom Segura.
Chappelle was huge, like for a
yeah,
while.
I mean, when you ask the question, I assume you're asking like current landscape.
Yeah.
Currently,
I'm going Tom Segura all day.
Because like if you're going into like who's your favorite all time, like, we got to get the debate like Richard Pryor and all that fucking
Cat
shit.
Williams.
Cat Williams, he had one good stand up, but that was like it. It's like
And
Dan
then
Cook.
you've got,
Dan
like-
Cook had the
then you got,
one
like,
good
Dane
stand
Cook.
up.
Vicious Circle.
Vicious Circle was fucking legendary, but he did
Yeah.
not have a good stand up after that. It was
Okay.
nothing to do
So
Same
if
thing
we're,
with
if
Mike
we're talking,
Birbiglia.
if we're talking
My
all
girlfriend's
time,
boyfriend.
if we're talking all time, my favorite comedian is Stephen Wright.
No. Man, if we're talking all time,
Or who was the guy that was
Oh
doing
shit, Trev.
Your turn.
No, you're gonna understand this. Honorable mention. Dan Cummins. What the fuck are we
oh
thinking?
yeah, you're right. Yeah, I
Yeah,
forget he does
we
stand up,
just
yeah.
walked all over that
He is-
one.
he's-
Yeah.
he's good. All time, I'm probably gonna go Eddie Murphy, or what's his name? Arsenio Hall. Like one of those
Arsenio
two
Hall.
in like the bad boy era of comedy, where like you just fucking shred everybody.
And it
Yeah.
didn't fucking matter.
Yeah, like those stand-ups from the '90s are so good. But
Arsenio
my
Hall.
favorite all-time like single set is the fucking, you said it, Eric Griffin, the fucking demon shit.
Yep.
It's so fucking funny. He's like, I don't care if your man come out and he's just covered
Are we just gonna forget about
in
the?
pussy juice, just dripping. You start out that conversation by saying there's a demon in the house. We're gonna talk about all this later, but you need to deal with the demon that's in the house.
Are we gonna forget about the guys like Larry the Cable Guy,
Yeah, fuck those guys.
Jeff Foxworthy?
Not funny.
Yes, they are.
I mean, they're funny, but I mean,
they're not iconically funny.
If I had a Rushmore of comedians, none of them are movies.
No, neither
but
is shit fucking puppet master douchebag.
Oh, Jeff Dunham.
Yeah.
I'm a big Ray Romano guy too.
But so like we're like I think we have the same thing. Like we like story comedy. If you notice, we don't like the bit comedy, which is what
bit comedy.
Larry the Kid, like those guys are bit comedy. Like they're like it's all character based. I like guys who tell fucking stories and they're funny. If Chris D'Elia wasn't a fucking scumbag, he'd be one of my favorite comedians too.
Yeah.
Same with Louis C.K.
Yeah.
CK, yeah.
Because Louis C.K. was on top of the
He was
world.
on top of he was the best comedian in the world, hands down. And then he pulled his dick out.
Yeah.
Like a fucking idiot.
And then he just wanted to jerk off once in a while.
Do it in private.
It's really
No, he
not
wanted
that-
to do it in front of people. That's what got him in trouble.
Right. It makes me sad about Chris D'Elia. He was so funny.
What did he do? I must have missed
It was a
that.
similar thing. It was like a sexual assault thing.
Something. Yeah.
I get buried in it because it's fucking so often. Eric Andre.
Yep.
Yeah.
Forgot about him.
And what's the dude? What the fuck's his name? Hannibal Buress.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What am I
My
doing?
favorite line ever, you're going to have to bleep this out,
Oh.
but when he says, "You loofah buying cunt," I just about piss my fucking
That
pants
yes, that
every
or
time.
his fucking bit about New Orleans, where he's like, I don't know if y'all know, but you could just have a parade in New Orleans. They have a whole department of the police where you can just go in, have a parade for nothing. He goes, I can tell you right now, if I lived in fucking New Orleans, I'd be having a goddamn parade every week. It'd be 5:30 on Tuesday. People be like, oh, what's that going on? It's just Hannibal time.
Yo, Daniel Tosh.
No,
You don't like Daniel Tosh?
I don't like his
fucking love
stand-up.
Daniel
I
Tosh.
liked his show. I
Tosh-
don't like his stand-up.
I love his stand-up. It's very dry though.
It's dry, it's offensive, and that's cool. I'm okay with that. I just don't think that his delivery is as good as other dry comedians.
It's fair.
I'm gonna find some Troy Bond for you.
Okay.
Actor. He doesn't do stand-up. Jason Matsuzakis or whatever his name is. Adrian Pimento. Rafi. The League. Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Mm-hmm.
Love him in movies and TV shows.
You know who I'm becoming very fond of? Danny McBride.
Yep.
His 2 shows on HBO are fucking art. Eastbound and Down and The Righteous Gemstones are some of the funniest shit I've ever watched in my entire life.
Yep.
And also, Eastbound and Down gave us the greatest blooper reel of all time, and that's Will Ferrell with the fucking I can feel it.
Yep.
Down in my plums.
Yep.
Getting ready to take the mug. And you got Craig Robinson just trying so hard not to laugh. My young son Gabriel.
How are we
comes
gonna
in.
forget Cedric the Entertainer though?
I never watched the stand-up.
I've seen maybe.
No, there was like, what was it? What? They had like a group.
Yeah, it was him.
I'm fucking. It's racist of me to say.
Bernie
Like
Mac.
Def Jam comedy tour, but I don't know if that's what it was.
It might be.
It might be honestly,
But
but
it
it was like
yeah, it was him, Bernie Mac. It was Steve Harvey. It was like a bunch of classic black comedians. Cedric the Entertainer is funny in every movie he's in. He
Yeah.
reminds me of like a actor version of E40.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You gotta get more guttural with it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
You're
Produced by
fucking
Russell
speaking
Simmons.
Swahili.
Huh?
Russell Simmons?
Russell Simmons produced it.
Oh
Or
yeah.
founded it, or
Wasn't he?
Martin Lawrence.
Oh
Oh. We could go down this rabbit hole
yeah.
for an
No, this is
hour.
bad.
Steve White.
We need to cut this off before we.
We're on a 45-minute bit right now.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, fine. We had 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 45.
Yeah, there's a lot of good comedians in this.
Okay. 3 takeaways of the day, Nico. Go.
Oh fuck. 3 takeaways of the day. I gotta be more sober for this.
All right, we'll come back to you. James, go.
Let's go. 3 takeaways. I got that you don't think DeMar Hamlin's going to win Comeback Player of the Year when they've probably already got his name written on the trophy.
Okay.
And I need to learn more about hockey. We'll just stick with 2 takeaways today.
That second one's very important.
It is very important.
Are you
Considering all winter, that is going to be our focus.
ready? Are you ready? Go.
I hate when you put me on the spot like this.
Well,
It's a fucking podcast.
I was like, here, Trev, let's have a sidebar conversation real quick. And let Nico think out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, when you give me like,
Okay, well then I will go,
yeah, go ahead.
and then you're gonna be fucking ready when I get back to you. Okay.
Sorry.
Otherwise, no more drinking on the podcast. Okay. So if you
I
can't,
thought that was the whole
if
premise
you
of this
can't-
whole fucking
if
thing.
you can't fucking nail this one chance after I'm done, we're taking your privileges.
The Rangers deserve more respect
Okay.
out of the NHL.
Okay.
Yeah, James, apparently.
No, you will get more respect as you learn more.
DeMar Hamlin does not win solely for the fact that he doesn't make the team. If he does, it's fourth line at best.
Straight hockey dog.
Yeah, straight hockey talk.
Is Josh Allen the kid line?
He's
or
a
how does that
fourth
work?
line demon.
He's a fourth line demon.
Left-handed.
No.
That's it.
Yeah, no, I'm stuck.
Okay.
I also learned that Travis doesn't like when people wear USA.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said.
No,
Your
I
exact words were, it's not the 4th of fucking July.
Yeah, because you have okay. Let me paint you lovely people a picture. Okay, I said this to James because he comes down the fucking driveway in a Under Armour United States Freedom shirt with the American flag on his sleeve, and that's fine by itself. That's great, but he's also wearing American flag Hey Dudes and fucking Bermuda shorts. They're cargo shorts, but they're too small for him, so they go.
They
above
have
his knee.
extra cargo.
Yeah, they're extra cargo shorts, which is kind of like even more American than it should be.
And the fact that they are also red.
Yeah. So I was just hammering down the point that he looks like he's going to go hang out with GIs at the beach on July 4th. Nothing against anything else. So
Nothing against the military.
nothing against anything. It wasn't.
So nothing was
It
ever
wasn't-
said about being against the military.
It wasn't a criticism of the country. It wasn't a criticism of the military. It was a criticism solely of James's choice to wear a fucking frat guy's outfit at the beach on July 4th, getting ready to do kegs with his fucking boys on a Wednesday night in August.
Relax, sweat shorts. What are your 3
What's your
takeaways?
point, sweat shorts? I'm comfortable as fuck. Thank you. This is not a visual podcast. What are my 3 takeaways? Takeaway number 1 is the fact that none of us give a fuck about the draft enough to remember a goddamn person's name.
I remember
That's-
2.
2, for your team.
No.
I didn't. Okay. Apparently, I really don't. Because I didn't know who the number 1 overall pick was.
Yeah, I was going to say, Bryce, you can't really take that out
Yeah.
of
Oh,
us.
you got me, Bryce. I got that. I know who it is now.
What's his last name again?
Young? That's yeah.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Number 2 is the fact that we are capable of having a mature conversation. I learned that through the Michael Oher talk.
Mm-hmm.
And number 3 is the fact that Vegas still doesn't know hockey. They try really hard. They don't know hockey. Did I ever tell you the story about the first when they opened the sports book?
Go.
Sorry, when they opened the sports book at Turning Stone?
Another fucking
No,
20
It's
minutes.
not. It's gonna be quick. Fuck you. I edit this, so double fuck you.
Fix it. Oh,
So the opening was literally the opening weekend of the sports book down at Turning Stone, and that we went to the buffet. Don't.
That checks out.
And we got somebody to go to the slot there, so I'm walking by the sports book, and I see the most unbelievable fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. They have a parlay, and it is on the LA Kings game. They have the parlay is plus 2,400 for the Kings to score 1.5 goals, for the Kings to have 22.5 shots. It was like in the mid-20s. Here's the kicker. For Drew Doughty, over-under was a half on block shots. I was like, everybody here, give me your money. Because we're going to put it on that, and we're going to walk out of here with a lot more money than we have with him. Because Drew Doughty's going to get a block shot by accident. 22 shots in a game is the default. If you don't do that, you're not doing anything. And they were playing, I think, the Ducks, so they didn't score 2 goals. That's a bit they lost anyways. I don't care if they won the game 1-0, they lost. Because you got to put 2 past the fucking paper mache basket that they had in their fucking goal all the time. So that's my story.
So how much did you win?
Whatever 60 plus 2,400 is for me. I had $60 at the time.
Okay, so 100 plus 2,400 is 2,500.
Yeah, so it was like $1,800. Grand total as a group, we got just under $5,000. I couldn't believe it. And then even the fucking guy at the counter was like, "Yeah, I don't know. Vegas doesn't shit back. They're just dying for nuts." I was like, "Cool." And then I got into the fucking sportsbook, FanDuel. I made a lot of money on hockey.
I made a lot of money by putting the Bengals winning the AFC. Joey B's second year.
Yeah.
They had like that free $200 bet thing. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm just gonna put 200. They're gonna win the AFC." This is probably week 14. I'm not getting this right in my head, but I'm like, "Fuck it, it's a free $200." Yo, when that shit hit, yo, when McPherson nailed that kick against the Chiefs, I pissed my pants. Not only was my team going to the Super Bowl, and as a Bengals fan, never thought I'd get to say those words.
Right.
And I just won a fuck ton of money.
Yeah. Fun fact: we do not get betting advice because we're pretty average.
We are very average.
Oh,
I
no,
think
I
I'm
lost all that
dead
money.
even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm dead even.
I'm up, but only because I stopped. I forced myself to stop.
No, actually, now that you think of it, now that I think of it, between
Glass eyes over it.
yeah, between
Yeah.
between DraftKings and FanDuel,
This is a 2 accounts.
I had a third.
There's different promos. Would you have bet riggers?
No.
Oh.
MGM for you.
Yeah, it was MGM.
Are you getting to a point? Or
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I think I'm still up.
We're losing you.
You look spaced. Are you having a stroke? Lift your left hand.
Immediately.
You are,
Immediately.
yeah, but you are looking through the both of us.
Yeah,
oh, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I was waiting for the right hand to shoot up.
I almost did, not gonna lie. No.
I almost
No.
Left hand
No, I
up.
think
We're all just like.
I think I'm up all time solely because I put a fucking out in left field bet against the Giants and Ravens last year.
He just almost said Rangers. So.
I almost did.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry, I'm stuck on hockey now.
Yeah.
It was Daniel Jones under 200 passing yards.
Oh, I almost got a cramp right here.
Bless you.
You don't have to tell us the exact.
Yeah, you
number.
know.
We get it. We get it.
Either way, it was
Okay.
like plus 1,400 or something,
Proud.
and I hit it,
Nice.
and I'm happy. I'm happy about that.
Nice. Yeah, I'd fuck with that.
That took 30 minutes. Oh.
It took 3 minutes.
Oh, also,
Good job.
I just want to do a real quick shout out because Homeboy did subscribe literally the second it got fucking posted. Shout out Kyle Brissett. I love you.
Thank you, Kyle.
We love Kyle. Kyle's such a good guy.
Speaking of that, as we close out,
Where did he subscribe?
he probably followed us on fucking Spotify.
Literally, just, yeah, Spotify.
We're on 5
Right,
streaming
it's a
platforms.
fair question, but Spotify was the first one. Anyway, it's fine. So yeah, if you guys don't know, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts, we are on Google Podcasts, we are on iHeartRadio, and that's it because the other ones are fucking side companies. I don't care. Yeah,
We're on Apple too.
I said Apple Podcasts. I didn't say Spotify because we just discussed Spotify. So
Also, you can find us on Twitter and Instagram, SFB Pod.
it's X, formerly Twitter.
The artist formerly known.
Yes, X, the artist formerly known as Twitter. It is at Short Fat Bald Pod on both handles, and you can also go to our link tree.
We do have a link tree now.
All of our links, which has links to all of our podcasts and links to all of our social media sites. We will be building a TikTok and a YouTube as soon as we get a venue that is suitable, that it is not our friend's father's garage. And also, an important thing that is often left out by podcast creators is if you could leave reviews. Every review helps get us in the algorithm for people to discover us, and we would appreciate it, even if it's a shit review. I don't care.
Call me an asshole.
Right.
Call me shit. I love it.
I call you an asshole every
Yeah,
day.
do what you want. Give us honest feedback. We're new. This is episode 2. And we're learning as we go. So, yes, thank you very much for that fucking ice maker going off again.